Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Downey, and today we're going to go over how to protect your kidneys. The title is probably a bit of clickbait, but essentially this is a quick guide to keeping your kidneys healthy when on cycle, but also this can be applied to people not on cycle, not taking steroids, and things like that. So this is just a quick presentation. It's called A Quick Guide to Kidney Health on Cycle by myself, Dr. Nicholas Downey. So the objectives are your mama, and let's get into the first thing. So the most important thing to consider is blood pressure, because if blood pressure is not controlled and is too high, it will damage the delicate kidneys, or nephrons in particular. So we look at two different options for treating blood pressure. The first option is always lifestyle changes. So this includes cardio, so low intensity, steady state cardio, reducing salt intake. Now this depends on your ethnicity. Salt intake seems to be a problem more in African individuals, but some white individuals and non-African individuals will have the same problem. So in terms of diet, this is also important. Keeping your fiber intake high to reduce your blood pressure, reducing saturated fats, processed food, and moderating your protein intake. If you have too much protein, you put more stress on the kidneys. So ensure you have enough, especially bodybuilders, ensure you have enough but not too much. And then we move on to second line. If first line is not working, second line treatment involves antihypertensives, so blood pressure medications such as angiotensin receptor blockers and things like that. And most bodybuilders should be on an ARB or ACE inhibitor due to the fact that the androgen receptor is closely linked to mineralocorticoid receptors, and they seem to be stimulated in bodybuilders using steroids, which can lead to a cascade of things like kidney scarring as well as heart problems. Then I put Cialis there as a question mark, because Cialis has been known to improve EGFR by efferent arteriolar dilatation. So this is essentially where the smaller artery, they're called arteriole, dilates in response to Cialis, and this means there's more flow to the glomerulus, which is where filtration occurs, and that's, so Cialis could be of importance too. So we'll go on to supplements, and there are a few supplements. I just included these three. Metformin we're a bit iffy about, but I'll go on to that. But the top two are pretty important, and they're over-the-counter supplements you could take, and I think most bodybuilders should be taking them. I'll quickly go over reasons why. So it's Astragalus Root and milk thistle. I'll go over the doses. So with Astragalus Root, the reason I think it's important for most bodybuilders or anyone heavy or wanting to ensure their kidneys are healthy are because they have Astragalus Root has a lot of systematic reviews and meta-analyses proving its renoprotective abilities, which are credited to its antioxidant capabilities. It's actually such a powerful antioxidant, it's more so than other antioxidants such as mannitol and other things. It prevents lipid and protein peroxidation, which those two are not really related to kidney health, but just overall longevity and things like that. But in the systematic review, they went over many studies, and they found that it reduced urea, or BUN, others refer to it as creatinine, urinary protein, urinary microalbumin, all in chronic kidney disease, as well as improving estimated filtration rate. So essentially, but this was done in patients with chronic kidney disease, but so the effect might not be as large in people who don't have that, but I have seen it anecdotally improve a lot of people's EGFR. So it also reduces the COX-2 or cyclooxygenase 2 enzyme, which is involved in many inflammatory pathways. In fact, most of our non-steroidal anti-inflammatories seek to inhibit cyclooxygenase 1 and 2, and more selective ones just inhibit cyclooxygenase 2 because inhibiting the first one results in things like peptic ulcers and stuff like that. So the fact that Astragalus Root does inhibit cyclooxygenase means it decreases overall inflammation in the body. Inflammation can also lead to damage of organs, including the delicate kidneys. It also decreases NF-kappa beta, which is also a very pro-inflammatory chemical or molecule. And they reported from the meta-analyses there were no adverse effects. Not one adverse effect was reported. And I put AKI question mark, that stands for acute kidney injury, because there was a small study that showed in reperfusion injury that Astragalus Root, in acute kidney injury, Astragalus Root seemed very protective of the kidneys from toxin-induced acute kidney injury, which we don't know, but steroids could be directly toxic to the kidneys, but we don't know. So it covers the kidneys on all fronts, and the dose typically taken is between 1 to 4 grams daily. So you'd split that up to having 1 gram. If you're taking 4 grams, you could take 1 gram with breakfast, 1 gram with pre-lunch, and all your meals, or something like that. So then we move on to milk thistle, or Silybum marianum. Don't know how to say that. It is notorious for its liver protection, and that's what it's commonly used for, and it has been demonstrated to help a lot in non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It's also another potent antioxidant, and silymarin is its active flavonoid component, and flavonoids, as we know, are antioxidants, quite potent antioxidants found commonly with vitamin C and things like that. So it also decreased markers of inflammation like the cyclooxygenase 2 levels, as well as monocytic interleukin 1 beta. And there are many others that it decreases, like inducible nitric oxide synthase, which has been shown to induce macrophages, and that stimulates more inflammatory markers. It also has been shown to reduce tissue advanced glycation end products accumulation. So it was used in diabetic nephropathy, which is essentially where diabetics have kidney disease because of a combination of different factors, and that's what it's called, diabetic nephropathy. And it's thought that these advanced glycation end products, which are highly inflammatory and pro-oxidant, result in damage to the kidneys. So it has been found that milk thistle is very important in diabetic nephropathy in particular, due to this reason, and due to the fact that it improves insulin sensitivity. So it was also shown that there is synergism with ACE inhibitors and ARBs. And this was because they were paired with ACE inhibitors and ARB, and compared to control, the group that had the milk thistle with the ARB had a significant reduction in proteinuria and microalbuminuria, which are the latter being quite an important indicator of chronic kidney disease. So dosages range from 2 grams to 3 grams daily, and you can split that up. Also, in terms of metformin, I wouldn't recommend using it. The science behind it isn't great, although if you have diabetic nephropathy, it may be important, but most likely most bodybuilders have kidney issues due to other reasons, usually exacerbated by high blood pressure. It does protect against these advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, and it is an antioxidant to a certain extent. However, it is quite dangerous to use in chronic kidney disease due to the high risk of lactic acidosis. So the limitations, the problem with these studies is that they used intravenous astragalus. However, I've seen enough anecdotal evidence to be confident with its abilities to aid in kidney health. There are a few studies done in diabetic kidney disease, and that isn't the main pathway through which kidney disease occurs in steroid users. However, if you're a diabetic and you have kidney problems, these could help you in that regard. So I hope you found this video helpful. There are so many things you could take for kidney disease, but I found these to have the most research behind them. And this is just a quick guide on how to keep your kidneys safe, because I don't think it's spoken about enough. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about it, and I'll see you in the next one.